Welcome back, everybody, to the Westlake Hornets Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. Today, Westlake is headed out to Fayetteville, Arkansas to take on the 2-1 Razorbacks. Westlake had a Week 4 bye week last week, and the prior week they went out to NC State to take on the Wolfpack in what was a very thrilling football game. The Hornets ended up winning 45-38 after a walk-off touchdown from redshirt freshman Isaiah Thomas III with just seconds left in the game. Westlake's offense has been phenomenal this season. They are third in points per game, third in yards per game, top 10 in passing yards per game, and top 20 in rushing yards per game. Of course, led by running back Tazewell Hubbard, who is now third in the Heisman watch. As good as the Hornets have been on offense this year, their defense has definitely been shaky, and that was apparent last week against star quarterback Jill Kilpatrick. Westlake's defense has been very underwhelming through the first 3 games of the season, and hopefully the bye week can help regroup that unit a little bit. Welcome to D.W. Reynolds Razorback Stadium as the number 1, 3-0 ranked Westlake Hornets continue their final season of action against the 2-1 Arkansas Razorbacks, an SEC team. Westlake and Arkansas have never faced off in the Hornets' 16-year history. As tails never fails, Westlake obviously wins a toss. They will choose to start on defense per usual. So here's the Arkansas offense. Darius Schaefer at quarterback is on third down. Schaefer going deep. That pass is dropped by Smith. Another very concerning play by the secondary, which has definitely been the weak link on the defense this year. Hornets were very lucky that Arkansas did not catch that pass. So Westlake would get it quickly on offense. It's Matt Miller with the football here on 3rd and 6, bouncing off the blocker with a gain of 13. Miller's been a little bit disappointing this year. He was supposed to be the alpha running back. Obviously, Tazewell Hubbard's kind of taken the shine. But Miller has certainly still been very solid as a change of pace guy so far. 2nd and 4, it's the senior tight end Lamar Gallagher with a nice gain of 15 yards. Good throw from AC3. Anthony Cortez III had his best game as a Hornet a week ago. He was really efficient as a passer and a runner, had a few big throws, including obviously the game-winning touchdown. Noah Cox now with a nice gain of 15, and the Hornets are moving very closely to the end zone. 2nd and 1, at the 1, it's Tazewell Hubbard for 6. What a start to the season it's been for redshirt sophomore Tazewell Hubbard, exceeding any expectations he was given. Hubbard with his 6th score of the campaign, and the Hornets are now up 7-0. Arkansas with the football. We'll see if they can try to rebound after their poor first drive as Darius Schaefer runs past Achabe and is wrapped up by Lubert's Roy. A very nice run for Darius Schaefer and a good first down for Arkansas. A couple plays later, 2nd and 10, about halfway through the first quarter. Schaefer looking to throw it. He gets it to a wide open man. It's Duncan. Gets past Graves and is wrapped up by Lubert's Roy, but not before a big gain. Justin Graves has been one of the disappointing players in the secondary this year. That play was no different to what we've seen from him the first 3 weeks of the year. He did it with an interception last week, though, to his credit. 2nd and 6, Schaefer loses 6 yards on the play, wrapped up by the sophomore Noel Payne. That play design was just executed terribly by Arkansas. Westlake read it from the start. They had multiple players in the backfield. And then on 3rd and 12, Schaefer looking to throw it. Gonna take a deep shot for the end zone. Underthrows his target, and it's broken up. There's some nice coverage by Khalil Onobanjo, as that will send the field goal unit out. This is a deep kick from around 53 yards out, and he drills it. The Arkansas kicker with no problem there. It's now 7-3. Westlake still has the lead, and now they have the football. 2nd and 6 for the Hornets. Play action for Hubbard. Anthony Cortez trying to find somebody, but he is instead sacked for a loss of 9 on the play by Scott. And it is now 3rd and 15 for the Hornets. We'll see if they're possibly able to get a big conversion. Miller this time in the backfield. He gets the fake handoff. Cortez under even more pressure. And he does get it to Mo Rogers for the first down. These SEC defensive lines are no joke. I understand Arkansas is not the best SEC team, but so far their D-lines looked pretty good today, although Westlake was obviously able to convert there. 2nd and 1. Cortez going to toss it for Kadarius Franklin, who loses 5. The Arkansas defense read that play like a book. They had 2 guys in the box box, one watching the quarterback, the other watching Hubbard, and that option was destined to fail once the play was snapped. 3rd and 6, Cortez, short throw for Franklin. He underthrew him, causing Franklin to run backwards for the ball. He loses 2, and that will conclude the first quarter. Solid start for Westlake. They lead 7-3. The defense has not been too bad today. The offense has been all right. So not a great start, but definitely not a bad start by any means either. Look at that! Thomas gets crushed by Joko Nwosu. The ball is out. It's picked up by Lubert's Roy, and he's gonna... What the hell is he doing? Roy fumbles it, and it's picked up by Arkansas. Okay, so I think Lubert's Roy was expecting to get caught before he got to the end zone, so he tried to toss it to Justin Graves, who was right next to him. Graves is a lot faster, and, well, Lubert's Roy completely missed his aim, and then on the first play of the new drive, Zachary Thomas will take it 76 yards to the house, because that's how football works. Should be 14-3, but because Lubert's Roy is brain dead, Westlake is now losing. I do want to give Lubert's Roy credit. He's had a great year, but that was just a bad play, and Westlake's run defense does not even try there. There's no reason for Westlake to panic, but they barely won last week, and getting cute in the second quarter could bite them in the rear end. There's a nice gain of 14 for Isaiah Thomas III, continuing his stellar start to the season. He's had quite the first few games to his Westlake career. 3rd and 4 now. Cortez looking to throw it. He threads the needle for Kadarius Franklin, who gets a 14-yard first down conversion. Anthony Cortez has been really good as a passer this season. He's definitely taken steps up from last year. He wasn't a bad passer last year, but he seems more confident, and he seems more trusting in his receivers, and I think Westlake's passing offense has been a lot better as a result. Cortez has also been better as a runner this year as he gets it inside the 5, a great gain of about 12. The Hornets are marching on the doorstep of the goal line. 2nd and goal, another touchdown for Tazewell Hubbard, his 7th of the year. Nobody is able to stop Tazewell Hubbard right now as he is having himself another really solid game today. And the Hornets now lead 14-10 with under 3 minutes to go in the first half. We'll see if Arkansas can drive and try to take the lead as Schaefer keeps it on the read option. Look at him go! Wrapped up by the true freshman Joko Nwosu, who forced the fumble earlier. Joko Nwosu's probably been the only, I would say, good player in the secondary so far, to put it nicely. He's been really solid, and everybody else in the secondary has been disappointing. Nice tackle by Brandon Ralph, but not before allowing the first down, as it's a nice gain for Jesse Hall. The Arkansas offense again appears to be moving it with just under 2 minutes left to go in the first half. 2nd and 8, Schaefer gets it to Smith, who's wide open and is pounded out of bounds by Khalil Onobanjo, but still a nice gain for Arkansas. Following play, back to Smith up the middle. He gets it to around the 15-yard line, and Arkansas is very close to taking the lead. Now 3rd and goal. Short throw for Hall. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Jesse Hall will put Arkansas back up with 1:12 left to go in the first half. Westlake's defense really started off strong, but the past couple of drives it seems like they've tailed off a little bit. We'll see if Westlake, with 3 timeouts still, can possibly drive down the field and take the lead before halftime. Short throw for Maurice Rogers. He makes a nice cut, getting around 12 yards. A good conversion for Rogers, who's been pretty good so far in this game. 3rd and 6 now down to 27 seconds in the half. Hornets have taken their time on this drive as it's a tough throw for Franklin. Really nice catch by Kadarius Franklin. He got hit as soon as he caught the ball, but was able to hold on to it. So now there's only 7 seconds to go. Westlake has 1 timeout. I presume they're going to take a shot for the end zone most likely. Cortez can't find anybody open. He just dumps it off for Hubbard, who is laid out at the 5-yard line. Westlake calls for final timeout. Now there's only 2 seconds left. The Hornets will send the field goal unit out, and Zebediah Phoenix will drill it. That was a tough call for Westlake. Do you take the automatic 3 points? And yes, I say automatic because Zebediah Phoenix has not missed yet this year. Or do you risk it? Possibly fake the field goal or go for the lead. They decide to play it safe, tack on the 3 points, and that will tie this game up at 17 going into the locker room. I feel like Westlake has been by far the better team today, but because of the boneheaded play by Lubert's Roy earlier, this game is tied. Hornets do start the second half with the ball. Mo Rogers with a nice play, getting it past to the 45-yard line for a gain of 29. Nice throw from Anthony Cortez the third, who's having another great game. Tazewell Hubbard with a great cut. He gets the first down, getting around 12 yards. So far, so good on this opening possession for Westlake. The offense appears to have not caught a sweat. 2nd and 4, Miller and Hubbard both in the backfield. It's a play-action fake. Toss to the right side for Matt Miller. Going to try to outrun the defender. He cannot, but still gets it to around the 10-yard line for a nice gain of 14. Matt Miller's had one of his better games of the year. He was disappointing last week, but he's really picked it up here against Arkansas. 3rd and 4 now. Hornets going to try to punch it in. Can they take the lead? The answer is no, not on that play. Miller only gains 3. Arkansas stops them, so it's 4th and 1 at the 1. And Westlake will decide to risk it here. They're going to go for the touchdown, try to put 7 on the board, and they do just that. The fullback, JaFrederick Hill, is the one with the touchdown, and Westlake is back on the board. The Hornets decided not to get cute on that play, just busted up the middle with the big fella, and it is now 24-17. Westlake back up. Arkansas's first drive of the second half is it's a handoff for Zach Thomas. Thomas with a nice cut. He gets hit pretty hard by Joko Nwosu. Thomas already fumbled it once off a hit by Joko Nwosu today, but that time he was able to hold on to the football. 3rd and 3 now for Arkansas. We'll see if Westlake is able to get the stop. Schaefer hands it off for Thomas, and he is wrapped up behind the backfield for a loss of a yard. A big play by Winston Johnson, who's played really well the past few weeks. Johnson was quiet to start the year, but today and in the previous game against NC State, he's been quite good. Razorbacks decided to punt it on 4th and 4, and Westlake has it back as on 1st down. It's a screen for Miller, and Arkansas reads the play from the start. Matt Miller loses 4. Miller showed a lot of flashes as a receiver early in his Westlake career, but so far this year, he has not been all that impressive when it comes to catching the football and making plays after the catch. There's a nice run for Anthony Cortez the third off of the loss of 4. He's going to make up the yardage and more by getting the first down. Following play now for Westlake, under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. It's a handoff up the middle for Matt Miller. Miller finds the hole. He gets it inside the 45. A great run for Matt Miller as he gets 24 yards. And the Hornets offense again with a really good start to the drive. This third quarter has been all Westlake. And this time they've not been dumb and cute. Instead, they're actually making the most of playing well. 3rd and 4, another nice run for Cortez. He slides out of bounds for a gain of 11. And Anthony Cortez is continuing his really solid performance today. That'll do it for the third quarter. Westlake up top, 24-17. The Hornets also have the ball. They're getting pretty close to the end zone, so we'll see if they can make it a 2-score game or if Arkansas can possibly get a big defensive stand. 3rd and 10 to start the fourth quarter. This is a really big play. Cortez under a lot of pressure from the left side. Going to try to make something out of nothing. He is pounded and incomplete. Unfortunately, Anthony Cortez is banged up. His injury, luckily, is not a serious one, but Arkansas does get the stop. So here's the field goal unit, a 43-yard try for Zebediah Phoenix II, and he makes it no problem. Phoenix has now gone, I think, 10 or 11 straight games dating back to last year since he's last missed a kick, continuing his impressive hot streak. Arkansas has it back. Thomas loses 4 on the screen. Russell Ingram Jr. is quickly there to bring him down. Ingram's had a really nice season this year. He was disappointing last year. I think he's played a lot better this year as a junior. And then on 3rd down, a big sack for Lou Burts-Roy, trying to make up for his boneheaded play earlier in the game. Arkansas would again decide to punt. Westlake has it back with an opportunity to make it a 3-score game. Tazewell Hubbard with a great run, stumbling down for a gain of 17. For most running backs, that would have been a gain of like 4 or 5, but Tazewell Hubbard is not your ordinary back. Hubbard back in the backfield here on 1st down. Gallagher in motion as Tazewell Hubbard gets the football. Hubbard has a few blocks. Another nice gain for Tazewell Hubbard, and the Hornets are quickly moving the chains with relative ease. 3rd and 2 now. Look at the clock. It is continuing to tick. Under 4 minutes to go now. Tommy Taco in motion. He had a long touchdown run last week as Cortez is going to scramble with it. He will just run for the first down because he continues to get open space. Westlake has done a great job in the second half of blocking. Cortez actually did fumble it as he was running out of bounds. But since he was out of bounds, the fumble doesn't really count. Westlake retains possession. 2nd and 10 now from around the 10. Cortez under a lot of pressure. A tough throw. It's caught for a Kadarius Franklin touchdown. A really nice throw by EC3. Perfect accuracy, threading the needle. Westlake is now up by 3 scores with 3:23 to go. And it appears that the Hornets had this game on lockdown. Arkansas's offense has really been unable to do anything in the second half. Westlake's defense has looked a lot better as this game has gone on. And we'll see if Arkansas can try to pull off a miracle with under 3 minutes left. Zach Thomas gets the handoff. Look at Thomas. He got absolutely lit up. Oh my goodness. What a hit by Joko and Wosu. I mean, poor Thomas has a family, and you're just going to lay him out like that on the open field. Just an absolutely brutal hit. 3rd and inches now for Arkansas. Zach Johnson is in at quarterback because Schaefer actually got hurt. Johnson going deep. It's caught by Josh Duncan into the end zone for a 37-yard touchdown. Justin Graves is the fastest player in college football. He cannot get beat like that. Look at this. Kentucky currently beating Florida in overtime. The Gators have started off kind of slow this year. Kentucky is 0-3. If Florida loses, their national championship hopes are done. The onside kick is bobbled and picked up by Arkansas. Okay, the Razorbacks are going to make these final 2 minutes interesting. We'll see if the backup quarterback can do any damages on 2nd and 11. He is sacked for a loss of 8 by Sheldon House, the senior defensive tackle. They were zooming into Noel Payne there in the camera. I don't really know why, but whatever. 3rd and 19 now. Johnson, no time to throw. Lit up in the backfield by the sophomore Jabari Achabe. Achabe with his 3rd sack of the season. He had 15 last year as a true freshman. Now it's 4th and 27. Arkansas has no choice but to go for it here. This is pretty much the game. Johnson surveying the field, gonna take a deep shot, and it's caught out of bounds by Winston Johnson. Winston and Zach are not related for context. The Hornets will get it back with great field position as they are pretty much just chewing clock. 3rd and 1. This probably will do it if Westlake converts, and they do. Matt Miller gets the first down, a little bit more. He brings it inside the 5 for a gain of 11. And Westlake can just chew some clock, possibly punch it in, add some insurance points, make it a 3-score game once again. And on 1st and goal, they would do exactly that, as it's Tommy Taco stiff-arming a defender into the end zone. Taco with his 2nd touchdown of the season, 2nd touchdown in as many games. And Westlake now leads 41-24 as the clock dribbles out. That's all she wrote. A nice win for Westlake. They improve to 4-0. Another very strong showing from the offense. Anthony Cortez III was again really good as a passer and a runner. Cortez has not thrown an interception yet this season, and last year, I think he only threw like 3. The run game was again great. Matt Miller and Tazwell Hubbard both did their things, and this offense appears to be national championship caliber. But I don't know if I can really say the same about the defense. Now, the defense probably had their best game of the season this year. I do want to give them their credit, particularly in the second half. But there are still some concerns. We're allowing way more yards, way more points. We're not getting as many sacks. We're not forcing as many turnovers. We did have the fumble earlier in the game that should have gone for a scoop and score, but due to certain circumstances, Mr. Lubert's Roy, that unfortunately was not the case. But overall, still a pretty nice win here over an SEC opponent. I know Arkansas is not the greatest, but they're still an SEC team, so you can't flack them too much. Zebediah Phoenix was again perfect per usual. He is still on fire. And that will pretty much end today's game. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next week, Westlake is headed out to Western Kentucky to take on the Hilltoppers, a Group 5 opponent for the Hornets. And that one should prove to be an interesting one. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And as always, have a good one. I'm out. Peace.